Maurice Sam has finally broken up with Pearl Watt, and according to him, the whole thing is nothing short of a disaster. He claims that Pearl left him for another man, one who is knee-deep in politics. Now, if you ask Maurice, he will tell you that the woman he fell in love with is not the same person walking around today. Something, or rather someone, changed her, and he strongly believes that it's this new political guy and some bad influences around her.
Before now, Maurice and Pearl were the type of couple that turned heads. They had this chemistry that made people wish for love. He would show up at events with her, holding her hand like she was the most precious thing in the world. They laughed at the same jokes, understood each other's moods, and were practically inseparable. But as the months passed, things started taking a strange turn.
Maurice began noticing changes in Pearl's behavior. Little things at first. She became distant, her calls became less frequent, and even when they were together, it felt like her mind was somewhere else. At first, he brushed it off, thinking maybe she was just going through a phase, but soon, that phase turned into something much bigger. Then came the money issue. Maurice said Pearl had always had high tastes, but he never minded because he loved her. But now, it was like money was the only thing on her mind. She wanted more, demanded more, and was no longer content with the simple things that once made her happy. He couldn't help but wonder, was it this new man filling her head with ideas? The moment she got involved with this political figure, Maurice said it was like a switch flipped in her. She was no longer the Pearl he knew. She became more materialistic, always wanting things she didn't even care about before: expensive vacations, designer clothes, luxury lifestyles. Things that never used to matter suddenly became her main priority. But what hurt Maurice the most wasn't just the money talk, it was the way she treated him. Conversations that once flowed smoothly became tense. They couldn't even have a simple discussion without it turning into an argument. He would say one thing, and before he knew it, Pearl was blowing it out of proportion, twisting his words, or flat out insulting him. He tried to make things work. He suggested they go on a date to rekindle their love, maybe watch a movie together like they used to. But she always had an excuse. She was too busy, too tired, or suddenly uninterested. Even when they had professional engagements together, like movie scenes where they had to act, she found ways to avoid being around him. It was almost as if she had erased him from her life before the breakup even happened.
Maurice said he couldn't recognize the woman standing before him anymore. She had become a stranger, someone who no longer had the warmth and kindness he fell for. And what was worse, she didn't even seem to care. He would try to talk things out, hoping for some form of understanding, but she never wanted to listen. Instead, she would twist the discussion into a fight. One night, in what Maurice thought would be a heart-to-heart conversation, he asked her, "What happened to us?" Her response, a cold shrug. That was the moment he knew it was over. The woman he loved was gone, replaced by someone who didn't even see the damage she had done. Now, Maurice isn't saying Pearl wasn't a good woman. In fact, he still believes she's wife material. But according to him, the problem wasn't about whether she could make a good wife. It was about the people she allowed into her life. Bad friends, negative influences, and a hunger for luxury blinded her from seeing what really mattered. He questions whether she ever truly loved him or if their relationship was just a phase for her. Did she leave him because she fell for someone else, or was she simply looking for a better deal? He doesn't have all the answers, but one thing is clear: he tried. He tried to hold on, to understand, to fight for what they had. But love is a two-way street, and he was the only one still driving.
Looking back, he wonders if things could have been different. What if she had ignored the distractions? What if she had remained the same Pearl he met? Would they still be together, or was this breakup inevitable from the start?
Now, Maurice is left with memories, some sweet, some painful. He remembers the way she used to look at him, the way her eyes lit up when he made her laugh. But those memories now feel like scenes from an old movie, one he no longer stars in.
Despite everything, Maurice says he wishes her well. Maybe one day, she will realize what she lost. Maybe one day, she will look back and regret letting go of something real for temporary pleasures. But as for him, he's done trying to fix what's already broken.
Love, as they say, is unpredictable. It can be magical, beautiful, and fulfilling. But when the wrong influences come in, it can also be destructive. Maurice has learned this the hard way. And now, all he can do is move forward, hoping that the next woman he loves won't make the same mistakes.
Okay guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, like and comment and share our video, so you never miss any of our video. Trust me, you don't want to be the last to know about our next video.